light pole just fell down in front of me. I'm just in a tornado right now.
From the time the alert went off on my phone, the time it rattled the building. I mean, it was on us that fast.
Powerful storms rocking the Bay Area tonight, leaving buildings and homes in pieces.
It's very confusing with the power going out instantaneously, and then all of a sudden it was like a bomb went off.
The possible tornado spanning from Pinellas County into Polk, leaving many to pick up what's left.
There's always the shock and awe of Mother Nature, and that's what we saw tonight.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
We're live across Tampa Bay as recovery and cleanup teams work all through the night.
Oh my gosh, that's right. A tough night for so many of our neighbors. I mean, we saw damage like this scattered all across the Tampa Bay area. A line of storms bringing a tornado that ripped roofs off buildings, flipped trailers and trucks, and knocked out power to thousands. This is Nightside. I'm Ryan Bass.
And I am Carolina Lee. To take a look at the wide range reporting issues tonight from that central Pinellas County area all the way to Lakeland. We're talking about a 50-mile distance, but the damage much the same from these powerful storms. The storm first hit in that Pinellas County area I was just talking about. And tonight we're getting our first look at the tornado as it came through there. Now this video is from a viewer who says he was on the Brian Dairy overpass.
Wow. Around
that Pinellas Park and Largo area. Really very scary. What a scene for him as he was driving and as that moved across the highway.
It's scary to be in your car, right? You kind of feel helpless. That tornado made its way over to the Howard Franklin, dissolved, then reformed through Hillsborough and into Polk County. This is a viewer that sent us this video from Lakeland. You get an idea, better idea of the size of that storm from this angle. I mean, it left tree limbs, power lines laying all over, some even on top of houses. That was a massive, massive twister. We've got crews tonight, both in Pinellas Park and Lakeland, following that cleanup process as it just gets underway. We're going to get to Emerald Morrow and Angie Salcido in a second. First, Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins leads us off. Bobby, you've been at this all day. It started rolling in around 3. Cleanup crews, are they clear of any more bad weather?
Weather is great right now. Everything's calming down. Rain has been tapering off. There are a couple little showers that'll try and push through here later this evening, but no severe weather right now. Now let's go back to earlier this afternoon. To about 3:30, we had the line coming through, and you're going to see one cell. You see that right there? Right along. That was it. That was the same cell that dropped this tornado down and along. And what happens, and even Sheriff Judd said that out there. He was saying, I'm no weather guy, but it looks like it just kind of dropped down and then picked back up. That's exactly what they do. It started out down here in Pinellas County right around 3:45. And in fact, we saw a little rotation out here. But right there where all of that main damage was earlier, that's where it first started wrapping up. Touchdown right there caused the damage. Then you can see it moved right across the Howard Franklin Bridge, right across downtown Tampa, right just north of downtown, and then all the way towards northern Lakeland. That right there is the water spout. Tornado, or water to cloud, water spout. Cloud to ground, tornado. Carolina?
That reported damage map from Bobby covering a lot of our area. Many of those reports in the Pinellas Park area, specifically along Brian Dairy Road. Lots of the damage in different spots right there. 10 Tampa Bay's Emerald Morrow is there for us tonight. Emerald, crews are going to be out there for a while cleaning up all of this damage.
Yeah, that is absolutely right. You know what, these crews, they've been out here for hours, and from what I was able to see, it looks like they are going to be out here for quite some time. But it's not just going to be isolated to this industrial area behind me. They've got a lot of work to do in nearby neighborhoods where families are just grateful to be alive.
The whole back fence across Brian Dairy is gone. I don't even know where the park grill went. That weighs about 600 pounds.
It's destruction neighbors along Elmhurst Drive cannot believe.
I've got some roof damage. I got some damage to the vehicle. Lots of downed trees in the backyard. I don't have any fencing at all wrapped around my house anymore.
Neighbors say the tornado's wrath lasted less than 30 seconds, but the experience is one they will never forget. Rebecca Bourgeois says she watched as the storm tore through her home and injured her roommate.
A main branch came right through his window. The TV hit him in the chest and threw him into the wall.
Others along Elmhurst Drive say once the warnings went off, they had little time to prepare.
It got extremely loud, very fast, and extremely dark. The power went out. I immediately ran to the bathroom, dove in the bathtub, waited it out.
I wanted to go see what happened. We couldn't even get out the front door.
Tree branches everywhere, debris that'll take crews some time to clean up, and fire hazards that must be monitored. And while the damage is frustrating, neighbors say they are grateful it was not worse.
You can always replace a house. You can't replace people.
Now, interestingly enough, one man I spoke with said this is not the first time that a violent storm like this has come through their neighborhood. He said that another destructive, even more destructive tornado came through in the early 1990s. Back to you.
All right, so Emerald, look, I want to keep everyone here in this Pinellas Park area, specifically in this time in this industrial area around Endeavor Way. These pictures that you're seeing are showing the power behind this tornado. The second story of that house just knocked down into itself. That roof of what looks like a warehouse just folded over. And the people in that area tonight telling us this all happened in just a matter of seconds.
And as short as it was pretty exciting. Not in a good way. Definitely got your adrenaline going. Made you aware of your surroundings very quickly. It was very confusing with the power going out instantaneously, and then all of a sudden it was like a bomb went off. It was pretty nuts.
You just heard Brian there mention the power going out. There's about, let's say, 4,000 people, 4,400 people in really the Tampa Bay area that have Duke Energy that are without power right now. But you could see kind of this Largo Pinellas Park area, just about 1,500 to 2,000 people that are without power. Duke Energy telling us that their electrical grid actually had some significant damage. More than 25 poles that needed to be fixed or replaced. They're working on those repairs now, trying to reroute power from other areas, but they say some might be without power until tomorrow. You know, Pinellas not the only one getting hit hard by this tornado. Polk County, too, especially along the West Daughtry Road right near Lake Gibson. The sheriff's office saying the portion between Gibson Shores Drive and Lake Grove Drive especially hit hard. This is a roof. If I flip this back for you and show you here, this is a roof that was thrown into your yard in part of that town. Other homes had their concrete walls knocked down. The sheriff's office and emergency response crews working to get things cleaned up late into the night. 10 Tampa Bay's Angelina Salcido was along for those surveys. Angie, what did you get to see out there?
Hey Ryan, the damage is extensive, and that's why the Polk County Sheriff's Office is keeping us a few blocks away from where that tornado did touch down. But they did let us go back there a little bit earlier so that we could show you what happened. We saw everything from down power lines to pieces of homes that had been ripped off while this tornado touched down. Tonight, neighbors tell me they are counting their blessings. Cleanup begins for a neighborhood devastated by a tornado in Polk County. Siding from homes, tree limbs, and debris litter Gibson Shores Drive.
Yeah, when I was walking, I could see the roof peeling up behind me.
But the bulk of the damage from Scott Levitt's home.
If I would have stayed outside 15 more seconds, I would have been in this mess. But it's wiped out my car, my Harley, my truck.
All of this damage is from that gentleman's home, and it came into the neighborhood.
That's his roof. That's his roof from across the street.
Carol Ames was home with her grandkids. They were just about to head out, but something told her not to go.
And so all of a sudden, boom, the girls, we all we sat down on the ground and we said, oh my God, thank you, Grandma, you saved us. To have it this close is crazy. You just, I mean, I can just feel my, blood going on. The fact is that you just get scared, and you're also happy that we're alive.
The Polk County Sheriff's Office says no one was injured, and most of the damage was contained to this area.
Then I feel bad for all my house hitting all the other neighbors' houses, and I've trashed this whole street. This whole year has been terrible, and this just tops everything off even more. 2021 hopefully will be a lot better.
Now, this area will be blocked off until more crews can come out in the morning and really assess the damage that was done here. The Polk County Sheriff's Office is urging anyone that was directly impacted by this tornado to please reach out for the Red Cross for help.
Angie, thank you so much. And we'll get a better idea tomorrow from the National Weather Service. just how strong that tornado was out in Pinellas and obviously in Polk County too. Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskin's back with us on a deeper dive on just how rare these tornadoes are, especially on the cusp of Christmas.
Yeah, December, not a big time for us to see tornadoes around the area. First, let's talk about how strong it was. Like Ryan said, we'll find out more tomorrow because the National Weather Service will go out and do a survey. We don't know from the radar and from tonight what the wind speeds were. We actually figured that out by looking at the damage, and that's what the team from the National Weather Service will go through. Now, one time this afternoon while I was tracking this, I thought, I think I said it on air, like, this is one of the stronger ones I've seen. I haven't seen the strong ones like this. I'm guessing right now in that EF2 range with some of the considerable damage that was out there. Now, average tornadoes per month here in Florida, 2 in the month of December. That's actually the lowest that we have of each month. But the key to point out here is we can get tornadoes any month out of the year. You might be surprised to know that we rank 3rd in the country for the state with the most average number of tornadoes each year. Yes, exactly right, because we have the water. Things coming in from the Gulf as a water spout counts as a tornado when it comes on shore. And then here's back to that strength. 91% of the tornadoes we see here in the Tampa Bay area are EF1 or smaller. I'm thinking this is a little bit stronger than this. That's another reason why tonight's strong tornadoes were just so rare.
Wow. We'll, again, get a full report tomorrow and see just how strong it was. Let's run through, though, where we stand right now after a mess of an afternoon here in Tampa Bay. In Pinellas, as many as 25 buildings were damaged in the Pinellas Park and Largo areas. First responders saying thankfully there are no injuries to speak of tonight. Polk Sheriff Grady Judd also said he hasn't heard of anyone that got hurt in his county either. So again, good to hear that everybody is safe as we know right now. Crews in both areas are going to be working through tomorrow to help these families and businesses start that rebuild process. Feeding Tampa Bay also lending a hand to help families that are impacted by this storm in Pinellas that need it. Tomorrow they're going to have 2 emergency food pantries at Tropicana Field and the Northwest Presbyterian Church. Both are going to be open from 10 until 1.
The COVID-19 vaccine arriving today in Florida's long-term care facilities, plus the governor sharing his plan for the next wave of doses out across the state.